Imagine waking up one day to the realization that everything you've ever known is an illusion. Every experience, every belief, every assumption you've made about reality has been shaped by a construct so intricate and detailed that it feels absolutely real. This is not the plot of a sci-fi film. This is what Alan Watts pointed to when he spoke of the grand illusion we are all a part of. According to Watts, the world we experience, the life we live, isn't the ultimate reality. It's a kind of simulation, a dream that we've been conditioned to accept as the absolute truth. Think about it for a second. From the moment we're born how to see the world. We're told what's possible, what's not, what's real, and what isn't. Our education, our family, and society at large give us a framework for understanding life, but rarely are we encouraged to question that framework. We adopt beliefs without ever realizing that they might not be our own. We follow rules without asking who made them or why. We chase goals that we've been told are important without ever stopping to ask, are these really my goals? Or have I just been plugged into a system that's shaping my desires? Alan Watts said that this system is like a matrix, not in the sense of a dystopian, artificial world controlled by machines, but a self-imposed matrix that exists within our minds. It's the mental construct we've built around ourselves, based on the stories we've been told and the beliefs we've absorbed. And once you're inside this matrix, it can feel nearly impossible to escape. The most dangerous part, you don't even know you're in it. Yet, this illusion isn't just about being deceived by external forces. It's about our internal acceptance of these beliefs. We cling to them because they make us feel safe, even though they limit us. We stay in the matrix because it's familiar and stepping outside of it feels terrifying. But the truth is, the life you're living, your job, your relationships, your daily routine might not be the life you truly want. It's simply the life the matrix has designed for you. Watts didn't just want us to recognize the illusion, he wanted us to break free from it. He believed that the moment you become aware that your reality is a construct, you gain the power to change it. You realize that the rules that have governed your life are not set in stone, they are flexible. You can rewrite the script. You can change the game. So what happens when you wake up to this truth? What changes when you start to question the matrix you're living in? First, you stop taking life so seriously. You stop seeing it as a series of problems to be solved or obstacles to be overcome. You start to view it as a grand dance, a cosmic play where you are both the actor and the director. When you realize that you are the creator of your own experience, you stop living in fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of not being enough. All of these dissolve when you understand that they are part of the illusion. But stepping outside the matrix doesn't mean you have to abandon the world. It doesn't mean rejecting your life, quitting your job, or running away from society. Instead, it means waking up to the fact that you are in control. You can choose how to engage with the world, without being trapped by the rules that once dictated your every move. One of the most profound insights Watts offered was the idea that time itself is part of the illusion. We live our lives as if time is linear, constantly moving forward, running out, pushing us to achieve more before it's too late. But what if time isn't what we think it is? Watts challenges us to consider that time is just another construct, another layer of the matrix designed to keep us moving, striving, and chasing things that don't really matter. If you think about it, most of us are either living in the past or worrying about the future. We're rarely present in the moment. We're conditioned to believe that happiness lies somewhere in the future once we achieve that next goal, once we make more money, once we meet the right person. But what Watts reminds us of is that the present moment is all we ever truly have. The past is a memory, and the future is just a projection. The now is where life happens. And when you realize that, when you start to fully live in the present, the illusion of time starts to fade away. In many ways, the matrix is a distraction. It keeps us focused on things that don't really matter: status, wealth, approval from others, when the real purpose of life is to experience it, to be fully alive in each moment. Watts taught that the ultimate freedom comes when we stop trying to control life and instead flow with it. When you step out of the matrix, you stop fighting against the current. You stop resisting what is and start embracing the beauty of simply being. This shift in perspective can be transformative. Imagine what your life would look like if you stopped playing by the rules of the matrix. What would you let go of? What would you stop worrying about? What new possibilities would open up for you if you fully understood that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the creator of your reality? Watts' message isn't just philosophical, it's deeply practical. He invites us to question everything: our beliefs, our thoughts, our habits, and to see them for what they really are, constructs that we can change. He encourages us to explore the limits of our perception and to ask, what's beyond the illusion? What's outside the matrix? Once you begin this journey, everything changes. You stop chasing after the things the world tells you are important and start focusing on what truly matters to you. You begin to live more authentically, more freely. You tap into a deeper sense of purpose and meaning that transcends the superficial goals of the matrix. But here's the thing, waking up from the Matrix isn't a one-time event. It's a process, a constant practice of questioning your reality and staying awake to the truth. It requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to see things differently. And most importantly, it requires you to trust in your own inner wisdom, to listen to that quiet voice inside that knows the truth, even when the world around you is screaming the opposite. As you begin to wake up from the Matrix, you'll notice subtle shifts in your life. You'll start to see through the illusions that once held you captive. You'll find that you're no longer swayed by the opinions of others or driven by the need for external validation. You'll discover a sense of inner peace and clarity that comes from knowing that you are in control of your experience. And in the end, that's what Alan Watts was really pointing to: the power of awareness, the ability to see through the illusion and recognize the truth of who you really are, a being of infinite potential living in a world of infinite possibilities. All you have to do is wake up. Now that you've heard this, ask yourself, are you ready to step out of the Matrix? Are you willing to challenge the beliefs that have shaped your reality and start living a life of true freedom? The choice is yours. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are you living in the Matrix, or are you starting to see through the illusion? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to elevate your life for more content that will challenge your perception of reality and inspire you to live with greater awareness and freedom. Stay curious, stay awake, and we'll see you in the next video.